Hi, I am Mr. Janae. I'm your child's economics teacher. So I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, and then we'll talk about the class a bit, and at the end we'll throw in a little bit of showing you the Canvas course. I'm married to Meredith. We got married more than 7 years ago now, which is kind of crazy to think about. And we live in Westfield with our son, Elliot. He just turned 8 months old a few weeks ago. It's kind of a crazy, time in our lives, as all you know, having children yourselves. But what that really means is that I'm going to do everything I can while I'm at school, but when I'm home, that's time with my family. So if you send emails after school hours, don't expect that I respond prior to the next school day. So I went to IU and I got a Bachelor of Arts in Economics, and this is actually my first year teaching economics, because before this I was teaching math. This is my 6th year teaching at CHS. The last 5 years I taught math. I've had a few of your students before in geometry when I was teaching that, so it's kind of fun having some of them again. So a little bit about the economics course here at Carmel. Economics is in the social studies department, and economics is that social science that explores decision making. And decision making comes from a lot of different things that we talk about in class. So economics can help us understand current events, make sense of decisions, right, that people make. Why do governments use certain policies? And that last one there of graduate. Economics is a graduation requirement. So your child needs to pass this class in order to graduate in the state of Indiana. So just throwing that out there as something that we need to do. How we split up the course, we split it up basically quarter 1 is this microeconomics here, quarter 2 is macroeconomics. So microeconomics are studies of more smaller things, whether it's an individual product, whether it's an individual place, smaller things with markets and our economic thinking. Whereas macroeconomics is bigger scale economic indicators of something like the US's economy, economic policy, in terms of trade, in terms of taxes, in terms of fiscal policy. We'll be talking a lot about that in our second quarter. So how we structure our course is we generally have 6 to 7 content days, a content review day, a test day, an intro to kind of the next section, as well as a makeup day if anyone missed the test the previous day, and then we finish it up with going over the test review as in reviewing what the test was over, talking about that, and revisiting it as a way for students to earn points back if needed. So how we structure our grades is we have 1 test per unit, which means 4 total for the year. So we have each of our units are those 4 we talked about before, the 2 in microeconomics and the 2 in macroeconomics. Our retake policy is listed here. If you're paying attention in class, not on your phone, complete your in-class activities. I do collect some of those as just that good faith effort the first time for that retake policy in order to qualify for that. You also need to do a little bit afterwards that is on that review and revisit day for the test. Here's some just behavior things. Respect everyone and everyone thing in this classroom. The one there about keep phones away, no headphones, this is according to the new Indiana policy. Phones are away during instructional time. Class is not a time to be doing anything on your phone, so those phones are away during instructional time. I found a really great effect so far. I feel like people have been more engaged with our activities, people have been more attentive to what we're doing in class, so having those phones away in that policy has been very helpful so far. So I'm really hoping we can continue this momentum and keep those phones away the rest of the semester. Couple FAQs here, right? A lot of people ask about, wasn't here last class, did we do anything? Yes, of course we did things. Did you check the calendar? Did you check Canvas? Both of those we're going to talk about in a second. So what's on Canvas? We have our agenda for the day that's broken down by each day. So like 1.1 is the first day of Unit 1, 1.2, and so on. It has a link to some other resources for that chapter. It has the notes and PowerPoints from class, has some YouTube playlists with some helpful videos, along with some class lectures that Mr. Bradley, who's taught this course in the past, has recorded. If you want to contact me, Canvas message is the best. So if any of you as parents are on Canvas, that is the best way, because those messages get to me in 2 places. It gets to me on Canvas and it shows up in my email. Sending me an email is perfectly fine. That's just cginet at the ccs.k12.in.us. So that is a perfectly fine way to contact me as well. But Canvas messages just show up in those two places, so I'm less likely to miss it. Again, I stopped checking messages after the school day. I want to spend that time with my wife and son. Okay, I'm going to pause here for a sec. I'll come back and I'll stitch these together with talking about Canvas. Hi, so we're back kind of showing you what our Canvas looks like right now. I'm in the, if you see this purple thing at the bottom, this is showing I'm in student view. This is what your student will see. This is what you will see. So at the top we have our welcome. This is always going to stay at the top. It has our calendar that you can click on and see the calendar for the whole semester, as well as a link to our online textbook and our syllabus for the fall. And then each unit you can see here is kind of broken down by each day. So we have Unit 1, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, and so on, all the way down to our unit review. There will be a couple more for those kind of test retake and test review days, throwing a couple things in here that will show up as we go along. We keep going on as we go along, and then when we get to Unit 2 is going to come in here above Unit 1. The most recent unit's always going to be at the top, but this welcome will stay above any of the units, just so we can always easily access the calendar. And this is just what pops up when you go to my Canvas course. It takes you right into the modules, so it doesn't have any of that other stuff to look at. Thanks. It was great going through this with you. I hope you have a great semester.